today, 2:55 of the Hot Mess Express. I am your tour guide, Sherry Morgan, and welcome aboard the Struggle Bus adventure. Are you ready to put day 255 in the books? Un, deux, trois, let's go. Okay, mama, let's go ahead and put this purchase on. And let's get to it. Hello, beautiful world. Hello, beautiful world. Happy Friday. Happy TGIF. I hope wherever you're at, you're having a magical day. Living your dreams and living your best life. Woohoo! Yes, we are on the Struggle Bus Express. No, wait, that's the Hot Mess Express. And yeah, the Struggle Bus, she can be real. She can be real. However, the beautiful thing about the Struggle Bus is she has the ability to not only get out of jail free, but she collects $200 every single time she hits go. That is right, my beautiful little babies. Miss Little Pink M&M is in the house. Mama Morgan right here. It is almost Festivus on Sunday. If you don't know what Festivus is a holiday on the show Seinfeld that legit, we turned Mother's Day into Festivus because the kids one time they put roses in it. It was really cute. Just go look up Seinfeld if you've never seen it before, the Festivus scene, and you'll see why it's super cute. And if you have seen it, what's your favorite episode? I know. The Hot Mess Express tonight is real. So, that being the case, let's get to it. Yes, I have been telling you lately that I have been going through the gigs a bit. And for me, going through the gigs, when you're on a little struggle bus, it might be a little bit different. Well, it is different. We all have different degrees of it, don't we? However, I feel so grateful to be able to chit chat with you right now. Like, I really do. Thank you for being here right now and for showing up, because it made me realize something today. I had this realization today and I just had to tell you, and I'm really excited. So here it is I've been on the struggle bus and I've told you I've been going through the gigs. However, I really started thinking about something when a friend of mine had shared on their YouTube channel that they're on the struggle bus as well. And it's not just he, there are so many others. And for some reason, this spring upon us, everybody, and I'm talking about it's really interesting. Here's where it is, okay? Here's where it is I just told you that I had seen on another channel, one of my friends that I watch here on YouTube, and he was saying that he's struggling with his fasting. And I was listening, and I listened to his video, and right away I saw similarities in something that I might be doing, like right away. Because he mentioned that he was doing things harder. Like, he had a ton of weight to lose, finally fasting. Jerome, go watch this video saying I'm struggling. When he posted that video and I was watching it and I was listening to him, he has maintained this huge amount of weight loss that he went ahead and was able to lose his weight in a very quick time. And it was over 100 pounds in a very short amount of time by implementing 90-day rolling fasts. The guy knows how to do it. And the thing about it was, here's the thing, hear me out, please. I'm gonna try to do this while we're twirling as I have been told many times that that's usually what everybody thinks is fun, because they know when I go upside down, I have no clue what I'm talking about half the time. However, with Jerome, I know where I'm at now. I wasn't gonna even chit chat about this, but now that we're here and I can see the relatability, and what I mean by that is he has maintained his weight loss for like a year or so or something like that. And he does it by fasting. And you can watch. However, recently, he's starting to add in harder challenges. Like carnivore challenge, and then I think that he was doing shorter fasts. I'm not sure. Please go watch his story. Go watch his videos. I'll link his channel down below because I don't want to speak for him. However, I do want to say thank you to him for inspiring me to look in at myself, because I realize when he's doing these harder challenges to himself, after already implementing these 90-hour fasts, changing his whole entire health and life around. And you can go listen to his very inspiring story, and it made me think about it to myself. And I kept telling you, I am like not doing things right now. I don't know what's going on. Just things are not flowing the way that I would really like the energy to flow. And I realized I'm not doing things the same way as I was doing them before. I'm not. And I had said in his comments, because he was getting stricter and stricter and doing other things, that that were adding to stressors. And what I mean by a stressor is fasting is a stress. Exercising is a stress. That's what I mean. Not a bad stressor. I'm just saying, like in general. And on top of that, he did something absolutely like crazy, which was lose a lot of weight by implementing fasting. And the way he did his fast, like go check out his channel. But the reason why I was trying to show the similarities is I'm not doing things exactly the same. I've been adding in like bison. I cook it on the stove or whatever because my pressure cooked meat sometimes got tiring to me. However, the effects of the ribeye, I don't know what it is, versus like I think it's how much fat is in the bison, because what I do is a medical ketogenic diet and it's mostly animal based. Like it's almost like 100% carnivore except for my kombucha and my coffee, like sweetener situation. Like I don't do the vegetables or any of that right now. However, if you ever cook up a ribeye in a cast iron pan and you look to see how much fat is normally in there afterwards, it's way more fattier than bacon. Like people think that bacon is like it's a clog your artery food, but like the ribeye has more fat than that. And that's just what I'm eating all the time, what I'm used to eating. And I always said, there's something about that beef that feels so magical. I don't know what it is. And lately when I've been putting the bison in, it's just not cutting it. And I have a feeling, I'm not sure, that maybe I am kicking myself out of ketosis a little bit. Now, that being said, I don't know if that's all in my head, okay? That's what I'm saying here. It could just be a fluke. It could just be whatever, because at the end of the day, I always say for my own self, do not track. Don't track anything that you cannot concretely measure. If you can concretely measure something, you're solid. But other than that, no. No, thank you. If it, like, there's too many ways to skin a cat. We already know that. And that being said, I'm going to finish this up, but realize I was doing something different. I'm going to go back to what I was doing with the ribeyes, and we're going to see if anything happens. Because I'll tell you straight up if anything happens. Because, I mean, I'm not opposed to anything. I don't think anything is bad. However, I do think that saying that carnivore is the best weight loss hack ever, yeah, I do think that, okay? I'll say that. I'll put that in stone. I can concretely measure that one, for myself, at least. And that being said, I mean, like I said, I haven't been doing the same thing that I was doing to feel my very best. And maybe, just maybe, like with every kind of way we're trying to do things a certain way, whether it be our spending habits, our eating habits, our exercise habits, sleeping, friendships, and relationships, you always have to nurture it and treat it just like it's brand new, and do it the very best you can, and keep the incredible newness inside here, and know that at the end of the day, and I'm saying this, I guess, to me right now, I'm so grateful that I can have that ribeye. It's right there for me, and she looks super pretty, and how can I complain about having food on my table that is absolutely a miracle? And for me right now, I mean, at the end of the day, I went through a few weeks of a crazy little in the gigs situation. However, just like everything, I felt like that's my spring. I was coming in as a little cocoon and coming out the beginning of a butterfly. My dear, thank you for your amazing grace. And please let me know down below if there's anything that you would like to chit chat about, or any kind of thing that we can go a little deeper on. That's what she said. Sorry, I had to. That being said, just remember, you're a rock star, a superstar, an angel in my heart, and I will see you mañana. And last thing is, when I'm spinning and grinning and enjoying our time together, if I say something kooky or off the wall, that was just my ticket of authenticity. Okay, so I forgot to mention this part. As I was rewatching this, I realized that I didn't tell you the most important part, is when I was watching Jerome's story, and he was talking about how he would add extra steps to his exercise, or add this or add that, to see if he can make things work better for him. And the funny part about that was, when he mentioned it, I know I did that too. And I ended up doing things that I normally would not have chosen to do. However, because I didn't realize it's my core foundation that I did not stick to, like perhaps he wanted to try to eat a cleaner refeed. However, he found success on eating whatever it was he wanted when he did his refeeds, and then switching them up. Who knows? Who knows if that's going to be a good thing, or if it's not really going to be that helpful. The only way you know is if you try it out. And like Jerome did, I did the same thing. I experimented with a few different things, and now I realize, you know what? I could keep going with this experiment if I want to. However, at this point in my life, why? What's the rush? It's give yourself grace. Love yourself like you would love your kids, your pets, your friends, your family. Love yourself the same way. And know that you are absolutely epic. I just made the sandwich, and I wanted to share with you right there is this right here. It's like crusty cheese, and inside this is sourdough bread. We got turkey, cheese, bacon, and yeah, and I use lots of butter and salt rocks. That's funny. Hi. That's hay. Let's see if the boys want some hay real quick. Do you like some hay? Baby Queen Bee, come around. There she is. She's there too. Big guy is taking a snoozy. Welcome to the Recovery Discovery. where these little boys and girls, oh, look at that, are so incredibly sweet, kind, and so just breathtaking. The love that these little babies give off and share with us is just so selfless and priceless. And yeah, so grateful to have them. They're just absolutely the sweetest. And there she's in the back. Do you see that? She's trying to get underneath her hammock. I need to switch the other hammock out for the boys. Whoa, they're going at it. They're going in. They're going in. Yeah, today was a fun day, wasn't it? Kinda. It was a fun day. Today came full circle. I was so happy. I realized what was going on. Yep. I realized that most of the amazing things we've done in this life, if it's not a one and done and something that needs to be done consistently, if you feel like you're a little out of sorts, it's all good. Give yourself some grace and go rest and go on vacation. Don't make yourself work harder. You don't deserve that. If you had a friend come to you and say the same thing to you, you would be like, girlfriend, just take a day off. Look at these happy little piggies. Sending love and light. And wishing you a beautiful one. It's so warm out tonight. Love it. However, I did not spend very much time out today. Been trying to get some things done and have a little fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. You are epic. And now it's time to go count your sheep, get some beauty sleep, and wake up in the morning and make new memories. Mwah.